All local, all morning. This is Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
And thank you for joining us. It is 8:30 on this Thursday. I'm Tim Lammers.
And I'm Erica Arias. Thanks for being with us on this Thursday morning. Friday, we're almost there. And we've got some great news weather-wise. We've got Matt Scott standing by.
I got nothing but good news.
Yeah, that's
Good.
great.
And
makes your job easy.
Well, it does. Even with talking about some rain for the weekend, I'm very excited for the mild temperatures that we've had and continue to have as we continue to turn up the thermostat outside. 28 degrees and a calm wind. Beautiful scene in Hartford. Nothing but sunshine. Oh, come on. Really? Some clouds in Wyndham? Ruining the perfect scene. 31 in Groton, 26 in Wyndham, but 28 degrees right now in Danbury. Look, a few clouds, you're going to find those today. Nothing producing any trouble. Light winds out of the north, and we keep it quiet. Warming sunshine continues. Again, these numbers later on today more indicative of mid to late March, not early-ish February. Upper 40s will make a run at 50 degrees, and we'll make a run at 60 in the 7-day. Before winter rejoins us. We'll talk about that. Have a look at all the seasons in the 7-day, all the heat that you can handle. It's like a buffet. That's all coming up in a bit. 8:31. Let's go to the roads right now. Hello, Symphony.
Alrighty, thank you, Matt. We are still keeping an eye on a couple of crashes out in Manchester and Plainville this morning, but we'll get you a look at some live cameras out there at the top of our 9 o'clock hour. Right now, I want to give you a quick look at our drive time since we haven't checked in on these areas in a bit. In the Hartford area, minor slowdown reported on 91 South heading into the I-84 area, and traffic moving at 46 miles per hour heading into the Hartford Tunnel. So minor delays out there. Taking a live look along the shoreline this morning out of New Haven. Traffic volume not too bad in the 8 o'clock hour as folks get up and at it on this Friday Eve. Minor delays reported on 91 South. And on 95 South heading down to Bridgeport, you'll get there in just under 30 minutes. Quick look at the Fairfield County drive times. Conditions have improved out there. Smooth sailing on 95 and Route 15. We'll be back with another update coming up at 9.
Police officers are sounding the alarm about scammers impersonating law enforcement. Both Norwalk and Westport police said multiple people have been reporting getting fake messages claiming that a traffic camera caught them speeding. Now, if you get a text, a call, or an email from somebody claiming to be, again, from either of those two police departments saying you've been fined, it's not a real call. It's not really them. For one, both departments say they do not solicit payment for any violations. And second, they don't even use traffic cameras in the first place. So if you get one of these messages, don't send anyone any money. Instead, report it to police.
We're following developing news across state lines. A man accused of killing his girlfriend in Massachusetts has escaped police custody in Africa. Massachusetts State Police say Kevin Kenyithi killed Margaret Mbitu last November and left her body at a car at Logan Airport. He then took a flight to Kenya. Authorities located Kenyithi last week. He was awaiting extradition when he escaped a Kenyan prison. Officials are now searching for him again. The former employee of Fotis Dulos took the stand for a second time in the Michelle Troconis trial.
Yeah, the former girlfriend of Fotis Dulos has been charged with conspiracy to commit murder and the presumed death of his estranged wife, Jennifer Dulos. Well, yesterday, the defense focused on what one of Fotis's employees, Pavel Gumieni, did the day Jennifer disappeared. The defense said he didn't reveal everything he knew to police at that time. Gumieni said at that time he had the uninstalled seats of his Toyota Tacoma truck inside a company car that he was driving. Now, police said Fotis Dulos was seen driving Pavel's Tacoma to and from the area Jennifer was last seen in New Canaan on the day that she was last seen. Prosecutors also claimed that Fotis had Gumieni's truck cleaned after that and was pressuring Gumieni to sell it. Troconis' attorney, though, questioned Gumieni about looking for a new truck weeks before Jennifer disappeared.
So even the day that the police were questioning you, you were still looking to replace your Tacoma, isn't that right?
Possible. I mean, if it's on my phone, I don't deny it.
And you had told Mr. Dulos that you were seeking to replace your Tacoma, weren't you? Didn't you, I mean?
I did.
The state pointed out that Gumieni had been looking for a new truck for about a year before Jennifer disappeared. The trial is expected to pick up again this hour in Stamford, and at 10 o'clock. And when it happens, you can watch it on Fox 61 Plus. New this morning, military officials said 5 missing Marines in California are dead. Those service members were first reported missing Tuesday night after their helicopter went down in a remote area of forest near San Diego. Crews were able to find the helicopter early yesterday morning. Officials said the helicopter went down during stormy weather.
The report into President Biden's handling of classified documents is expected to be made public soon. The report will focus on year-long investigation of the president's handling of classified documents during his time as U.S. Senator and Vice President. Sensitive records were found at Biden's Delaware home and in a private office that he used in between his service in the Obama administration and becoming president. The findings will be released after the White House completes a review for potential executive privilege concerns.
Today, the Supreme Court is going to hear arguments over whether former President Donald Trump is ineligible for re-election and can be kept off the ballot for the 2024 presidential election. The Colorado Supreme Court did rule that Trump should be disqualified because of his role in the January 6th riots. Now, during this session, the nation's high court will look at a part of the 14th Amendment that is meant to keep former office holders who engaged in insurrection from regaining power.
Meanwhile, Democratic presidential candidate Marianne Williamson has suspended her campaign. Williamson struggled to gain support and funding in her long-shot bid against the president. You may remember that she ran for president in 2020. Her departure now leaves President Biden and Representative Dean Phillips in the race on the Democratic side.
The Treasury Department is proposing new regulations to hold real estate agencies accountable. The goal is to prevent money laundering. The new regulation would make residential real estate transactions more transparent by unmasking the owners of certain all-cash purchases. It's part of an ongoing effort to combat the movement of dirty money through the American financial system.
The state of Connecticut is partnering up with UCONN's flagship campus to help owners impacted by crumbling foundations. Students at UCONN are investigating crumbling foundations through the project. UCONN students will help homeowners predict when a structure's foundation will start to fall apart. The goal is to find a way to stop it from happening. UCONN has secured more than $7 million in federal grant money for this project. For more details on how you can get involved, you can head over to our website, fox61.com.
Oh, it was an exciting night at the XL Center in Hartford as over 14,000 fans packed in to watch UConn women's basketball head coach Geno Auriemma win his 1,200th career game.
Auriemma is now the third coach in Division I history to reach that milestone. Fox 61's Keith McGilvery is joining us now in the studio with much more on this big, exciting night. Keith?
Yeah, how about some great news for a Thursday morning? Let's do it. So much to celebrate here. A huge night on the court for the UConn women's basketball team as they took on Seton Hall. Not only were the ladies fighting for themselves, but they were fighting to help Auriemma reach that career landmark 1,200 wins, folks. Let's get to it. A moment. Almost 40 years in the making, Auriemma joining former Duke men's coach Mike Krzyzewski, Coach K, and Stanford women's coach Tara Vanderveer in the 1,200 club. Auriemma, the fastest of the three to reach that mark, securing the win in his 39th season. Now, he is heavily credited with transforming UConn women's basketball, the program, into the powerhouse of excellence it is today. After the game, the coach felt nostalgic looking back at the game that helped him reach that huge milestone.
I fought hard for wins in the 80s and 90s, and I find that we're still fighting that fight just as hard today. And that's a good feeling to have.
Tim just said to me, I think we can confidently say he had a huge role in this.
Pretty good.
I
think it's a safe assumption.
But taking a look at the young lady here, quick to say his success was not something he reached by himself. He mentioned assistant coach. Of course, we have seen Chris Daly step up time and time again along the way. She has been by his side every step of the way. Daly is a basketball legend, certainly in her own right. She was inducted into the Women's Basketball Hall of Fame in 2018. Together, the dynamic duo created the Husky Dynasty and coached basketball legends. Let's just name some of them. So obviously Sue Bird, she is huge. Swin Cash, and now Paige Beckers, we call her Buckets around here, along with many more to stardom on the hardwood. So coach not stopping here. What is next? Well, to keep that winning going, the UConn women hope to keep adding to those career wins this weekend as they head to South Carolina. Enemy territory there as they take on the Gamecocks. Tip-off there set for 2 p.m. Sunday. I made the mistake, I think it was last year, Tim and Erica, of being in South Carolina the day of the UConn South Carolina game. Oh, there was trash talk for sure.
Yeah, that's a program on the rise too. I mean, everybody's trying to look to knock off UConn, just like when UConn was on the rise, looking to knock off the Tennessee Lady Vols and head coach Pat Summitt. And it's just weird to think that not only did they knock them off, that they've been able to stay on top of the mountain more or less as a program for 20, 30 years
Decades,
after that.
Yeah,
congrats UConn. Good stuff.
Yes. All right, Keith, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Well, another record-setting moment is days away as Iowa Hawkeye superstar Caitlin Clark is closing in on the women's scoring record for the NCAA because she has 3,462 points already, meaning she is just 66 points away from the all-time record. The Hawkeyes take on Penn State tonight, and then on Sunday, they're playing the Nebraska Cornhuskers. It's absolutely within her grasp of getting 66 points in those two games. By the way, you can watch that second game here at FOX61, 1 p.m. She's averaging 32 points a game. All she would need to do is average 33 for the next two to hit the record then.
Las Vegas is brewing with activity ahead of the big Super Bowl, so we're going to talk about why this man scaled a different type of bowl in Sin City. That's ahead.
Also, the capital city gearing up for the Yard Goats' upcoming season. We got new details on what you can expect and hear from the team's new manager. That's coming up in just 10 minutes.
It's Super Bowl week, and they are on their game in Plainville. They need to be. So many wings, so much work ahead. I'm Jim Altman. The story ahead on the Fox 61 News.
8:45, welcome back. The countdown is on for Super Bowl 58, but for one local restaurant, the big game has already begun. Plainville is where chicken wings rule, and this year's Super Bowl hype is only helping them. Here's Fox 61's Jim Altman with much more.
What runs deeper, the tradition or the fryer? In Plainville, both are key ingredients for success.
It's in the air. It's Super Bowl. This week, in general, is the week.
It's Super Bowl week at J. Timothy's Tavern, where both flats and drums set the tone. In the wing world, they're dishing the dirt style.
Dirt wings, fried, sauced, fried again, sauced a second time.
Manager Reno Olette says 2024 has set a record.
Timing-wise, booking up all of our takeout slots, it was a record year this year for sure.
This year, Super Bowl weekend, how many wings will go out the door?
We're talking 12 tons of wings, but you're talking about 75,000 to 80,000 wings going out. A lot of flightless birds. We're talking about 12 tons of wings. It's absolutely insane.
Kansas City, San Francisco, here the odds-on favorite is still Buffalo. Every Super Bowl Sunday.
Literally 75% of my wings are Buffalo dirt. The other 10 to 15% are the sweet red chili and the honey gold.
And here's some food for thought.
You know what? There's a new factor this year, though. And it's been buzzing in our bar, honestly, is this whole Taylor Swift factor. Our Sundays got completely booked this year in 2 days. That's record time for us. Do I think a third of that or something is definitely the demographics of the Swiftie families? Absolutely.
In the days ahead, the platter remains their platform.
It's really a pleasure to see this and how it's evolved over the years. Yeah, our holiday season doesn't end until the Super Bowl is over.
In Plainville, Jim Altman, Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
There's so many great wing spots
Right.
in the state, but obviously, I mean, J. Tim's is just
And J. Tim's is always
known for wings.
In the top 10 easily.
Yeah.
What did he say? 75 to 80,000 wings, and that's just J. Tim's.
Uh-huh.
How many other wing joints are there?
Yeah, there's a lot.
How many chickens? My gosh, that's amazing.
I know.
That is just stunning. All right, going to be a good-looking weather-wise. If you want to, if you've got.
What's going to be happening for Sunday?
Well,
Sunday?
here's the thing. If you've got one of those blow-up screens you can put in the backyard, watch your movie on, maybe you should watch your Super Bowl out there. It's going to be mild enough. I'm not suggesting that's a great idea, but I'm saying you could do it. Still warming. I mean, it is just on the up and up temperature-wise, real taste of spring over the next few days. More clouds on the horizon tomorrow. That leads to rain for Saturday, but not for Super Bowl Sunday. Temperatures climbing. 28 degrees in the capital city, already at freezing in Manchester, 33 up in Vernon, Rockville. Got a couple of 32 pluses down on the shore, up to 34 in Milford and Shelton. There's a 35 in Wolcott. I see you. Numbers are nice. They're getting up there quickly. And so once again, we'll have above normal readings, highs and lows department. Satellite radar pictures quiet, just a few clouds. It looks like a fairly impressive front off towards the west. You look at that and go, well, that's pretty close, right? Nah, it's not going to get here just yet. It'll bring us some rain, but not till like Saturday afternoon. In the meantime, we turn up the temps into overdrive. Again, we get to near 50 today. That's more indicative of what we get in late March, around like the first day of spring. And that's just today. We got more to come. We have a couple clouds tonight. Tomorrow's got the clouds. Here comes the rain for Saturday. Right through. There it is. Could be some steady rain for a little spell there. It's not a whole day washout, but Saturday afternoon into the evening may have some scattered showers if you're planning. And then down the line, we've got another system in which the temperatures will play a vital role in it. Here's why. Upper 40s, I almost said something much higher than that. Winds fairly calm. We're just getting greedy. Temperatures of 50 degrees tomorrow with more clouds, but a now southwesterly flow. We peak at 59. That's like a late April day. And then we slide the numbers back down to eventually seasonal numbers. Got a system, a coastal storm we're watching Monday into Tuesday. Like the last couple of systems, its surface temperatures have been too warm for anything other than rain, maybe a mix. Maybe a little snow in higher elevations, but those numbers are too warm. We'll keep an eye on it. There's still a lot that can happen between now and Monday night. Erica, that's your forecast. Wings included. Back to you.
All right, Matt, thanks. Well, tonight we have a story that you're going to see only here on Fox 61, Connecticut's news station. Vaping is a growing problem in middle and high schools here in our state. Some school principals, staff there, they've caught plenty of students vaping during the school day. So they're really looking for creative ways to stop the problem. The answer isn't found in a textbook, but rather a headset. Researchers at Yale are creating a virtual reality video game called Invite Only VR. It's to directly combat vaping.
We know that kids really enjoy playing video games, so if we can package this really important vaping prevention education material in a game, in a narrative that's compelling and interesting to kids, they're going to be more likely to sit through all the material and actually attend that health class.
Now, the goal is to target 6th grade students and get them to say no to vaping before they ever start. Tonight, Fox 61's Lindsay Kane gives us an inside look at where this new technology is going to be used and its impact in schools. And still ahead this morning in our 9 o'clock hour, with obesity rates rising among kids, doctors say parents should think twice about giving their kids a certain drink. We're going to have those details next in our next hour. Stay with us.
Got junk.
We're getting closer, at least, to another season of Hartford Yard Goats baseball. Last night, the team introduced the new man who's going to be leading the squad, Bobby Meacham. That was at Duncan Park. Of course, Yankees fans remember him as an infielder back in the 80s for the Bombers. Meacham, though, has coached at every level of the minors over the last 30-plus years. This man is a baseball lifer, and he said he hopes all that experience will lead him back to the bigs in a managerial role someday.
The vision for me is still to be one day a big league manager. I don't know when that is or where that is, but in order to do that, I felt like it was a good spot, good chance and good opportunity really to step back into what I love doing, is managing and helping these players become the best they can be, and I can do that best as a manager, and I'd love to do that here in Hartford.
And that's what minor league baseball is about. It's about development, and it's not just development of the players. Meacham did promise to the fans, though, that the Yard Goats are going to be a really good team this year. He is eager to start the 2024 season, which comes up in April.
And the team is less than 2 months away from the start of the season, but before the Goats take the field at Duncan Park, the team unveiled its promotional schedule for the home games this year. Fox 61's Jimmy Altman and I were among the special guests there on hand to announce the special events planned for this year. There are so many great events. We've got theme nights, fan giveaways, and a lot more.
We have some great returning favorites like the Whalers Alumni Weekend. We play as the Hartford Schoolboys, Los Chivos to Hartford, the Goats of Hartford. We do a lot of different nights, and so those are some of the fun ones that are returning this year. You'll have to come out to see the new ones.
So tickets for the Yard Goats home games go on sale tomorrow. The first home game is Tuesday, April 9th.
A notorious climber who's known as the pro-life Spider-Man has struck again. This time he scaled the Sphere in Las Vegas. Professional climber Mason Deschamps is in custody after he climbed up the popular dome. This all happened while Las Vegas officials were having a press conference regarding Super Bowl safety. Still no word yet on what charges he might face. Deschamps has done scaling stunts like this, though, around the world. He is no stranger to it. I imagine climbing the Sphere is probably one of the easier climbs he's done. All right, still a lot to get to as we are live and local through 11 o'clock today.
Here's a look at what's ahead for you on the news at 9. Town leaders across the state are going to meet today to talk about their goals for 2024. We're going to break down what issues they plan to tackle ahead of today's meeting.
A police officer has been arrested after the death of a pastor who was hit and killed while crossing the street outside his home. We'll tell you what charges the officer is now facing.